From birth, some have been chosen to go to heaven, and some will burn in the eternal damnation of hell.
As a matter of fact, Clint Eastwood in The Unforgiven gives the essence of Calvinist Puritanism in one sentence. When he kills a man who says that he doesn't deserve to die, and he says deserving has nothing to do with it. That's Calvinism in a nutshell.
Josiah decides to send the young Franklin to school to be educated as a minister.
He was raised in a religious family. His uncle gave him a gift of a multi-volume set of sermons, as he said, presuming that young Ben might set up stock as a preacher.
In Boston, being educated as a minister means that he is being prepared to be a leader in society. The most powerful and influential clergyman in New England is Cotton Mather. Young Franklin is fascinated by his sermons, which take the most commonplace events of daily life and draw out their moral lessons.
I was emptying the cistern of nature, making water on a wall, when a dog came up beside me and did the same thing. I thought to myself, how mean and vile is our mortal state, our natural necessities placing us on the same level as dogs? From that moment on, I resolved that every time I answered the call of nature, I would evoke some divine thought that would rise up and soar to the angels.
Virtually every aspect of Puritanism was accentuated in Cotton Mather. His Puritanism was to the 10th power. Among his reminders to himself is not to enter or leave a room without doing some good in it.
This, for Mather, is one of the central tenets of Puritanism. You glorify God by doing good for your fellow man.
Franklin was early on thrilled with the possibility that he would become his generation's Cotton Mather.
In his old age, Franklin will vividly remember a visit to Cotton Mather and a moral lesson learned.
He was showing me out of the house, and there was a very low beam near the doorway. I was still talking when he began shouting, "Stoop! Stoop!" I didn't understand what he meant and banged my head on the beam. "You're young," he said, "and have the world before you. Stoop as you go through it, and you'll avoid many hard thumps." That advice has been very useful to me. I've avoided many misfortunes by not carrying my head too high in pride.